Welcome to ESPN FC as we continue our series of great captains. Today we're talking about Roy Keane. I'm joined by Tommy Smyth, Craig Burley, and a man, of course, who went up against Keane on a number of occasions. Frank Leboeuf is with us. Frank, what made him such a great captain?
Well, he was first, I think, a great leader in the dressing room. He was somebody who were able to put the spirit of the squad at the top level. And on the field, he was a real warrior. He was, and he's still, I guess, a very smart person. Knew exactly what he has to do on the field and how to change a game if the game was going the wrong way. He spent a very good time at Manchester United. He was a fantastic captain for Ireland. I think he deserves to be in that Hall of Fame of great captains.
Frank never went directly up against Roy Keane. Frank will get a nosebleed when he stepped into midfield. I'm telling you, he was too frightened in case Roy would have kicked him. But I think the one thing with Keane, and we've talked about Tony Adams as a captain as well in this show, is Roy Keane never asked anybody in his teams that he played for to do things that he couldn't do himself. And he didn't suffer anybody who fell below a certain level. Yeah, some would say he went over the top. Some of the players couldn't take the criticism, it was too much for them, but he would dish it out. He would dish it out, and he would also look at his own performances. If they weren't good enough, he'd go home and he'd look at himself as well.
Yeah, I just think the one thing that Keane had was he was his own worst enemy. There was only one thing: win and win and win. He saw nothing else. He didn't see compromise, nothing. It didn't matter how you got there. We saw him at the World Cup. It didn't matter how you got there. What he said, you know, he went out and he did it. And as you said, he never asked anyone to take a step that he wouldn't take, and he took many as a step, mind you.
Some of the guys that pull the armbands on these days are never captains in a million years. These guys led by example. You'd want them in your team. What are you laughing at?
You doing the pulling the armbands on just in case?
Well, that's how you put an armband on. You pull it up. How do you think you get it on over your head?
Thank you very much, gents. For more people who put the armband on in their career, keep it here on ESPN FC as we continue to analyse the greatest captains.